Hello and welcome to DFS Coach Talk. Today is Monday, April the 25th. I am Joe Sarvati, affectionately known as Coach, and I am joined by the one and only Josh Crash Davis. How are you, Josh, on this wonderful beginning of the week, this Monday, April 25th, where we have a nice 7-game slate, all good weather, no games. I mean, we can wrap our arms around this one pretty good, don't you think?
Yeah, we've got some good weather today, finally. We've had to avoid a lot of rain lately, so I think that we're going to have clear sailing on the weather and good games, good matchups. So looking forward to watching the Brewers in prime time. So it'll be good.
Very nice. And I need to start out with our big news of the day. It's sort of like one of the biggest news items we've ever had here at Coach Talk.
Yeah.
We are going to, all of our faithful listeners and watchers on YouTube, listeners on our podcast landing spots, we are going to offer at 11 o'clock. So it's coming up here probably about when this podcast posts. If you go to Twitter and go to @DFS Coach Talk, that's where we are. Our man Colin's going to put up a link. We are offering a 5-day free membership, no strings attached, 5 free days of DFS Coach Talk. We've had so many comments and people wanting to try us out and checking us out. And we figured, you know what, let's let everybody in, enjoy sort of what we bring forth every day at Coach Talk. And so starting today, you'll be able to click on that link and get into our Discord and, mingle with our other members, check out all of our information. At 2 o'clock, we post our projections of ownership for the NBA. We're going to have an MLB projections for ownership. And then all of our, everything we're following throughout the day in building lineups in both baseball and basketball. So you'll be able to check all that out and sort of see our strategy, our Coach Talk, contest selection and bankroll management, just all the pieces that, we've had comments and questions on, and just felt it was time. We're 2 years under our belt. Let's let some folks in that wanted to try us out that never really just jumped in. So I'm excited about it, Crash.
Yeah, definitely. I always enjoy having new members in there, especially in our Discord and chatting it up with them. And yeah, it's a lot of fun.
And the amazing thing is Crash has given us a 100% guarantee for a winning baseball lineup today.
No pressure.
No pressure. Just, a complete takedown lineup is a guarantee here. No, I'm just teasing.
Yeah.
Obviously, we're going to give you the best we got. And you'll see if you haven't been with us in Discord and you're going to jump in, we give out some core builds. We give out some full lineups. We'll help you in all Draftkings, Fanduel, and Yahoo, and then, of course, Prizepicks. So you're going to get the full feel for what we bring forward. This podcast, by the way, is sponsored by Prizepicks. So if you go to prizepicks.com, sign up for the first time, first deposit, they will match you dollar for dollar all the way up to $100. All you have to do is use the promo code CoachTalk, all one word, no space. All right, man. If for those listening new, maybe it's a Monday, you're looking for a new baseball insight here, we're going to go over pitchers, prize picks, BVP stacks, HR calls, just give a little summation of the slate. It's a very doable one today with just the 7 games. We'll be messing with some lineups for you in Discord for the all day, which is seven games, still starts late afternoon, and then the main slate of 5 games. So you'll get all of that information, and the head of our baseball department here, Mr. Crash Davis, named after the catcher from which movie? Who knows out there? Yell it out if you know the movie Crash Davis was in. Which movie did you star in? Let them know if they don't know it.
I'm going to wait and see what they say.
Oh, okay. We're going to check
make it
chat.
a little challenging for them. Yeah.
All right. We're giving them a test here. And no, don't Google it. Think about it. You'll remember. All right. Let's do this, man. No messing around here. It's going to be a good slate. I'm excited for this one. And I like that we don't have to dodge any weather either. So go ahead and dive in with some pitchers. What do you got?
Yeah, my top pitcher play is going to be Max Scherzer. He's 10-8 on FanDuel, 9,300 on DK.
Never heard of him.
Never heard of him. Okay. Well, he had his best start yet last game against the Giants. He pitched 7 innings. He struck out 10. He only allowed 1 run. He is going up against the Cardinals. He's had success against the majority of that lineup. There are a few bats in Tommy Edman and Corey Dickerson that have had some success against him. Dickerson's not always in the lineup, though, so I don't even know if he'll be in the lineup. But Edman is definitely one to watch out for. But he would definitely be one of my top options. There's actually a couple of top options for me. It's more like a 1A, 1B, and even 1C situation because you got Scherzer, Shane Bieber, and Corbin Burns all on the slate. So
are you going to be a believer this time after fading him last time? I got to give you some
smoke. I know. He's a little bit – he's 10 even on FanDuel, so he's a little bit cheaper than Scherzer. He's 9,600 on DK. Going up against the Angels, who have struck out the second most so far this year. Yeah. So they've been racking up strikeouts. And only Matt Duffy and Tyler Wade, who are kind of rotational guys, have had much success against him. So I like Bieber. And then on DraftKings, you have the third option that I talked about with Corbin Burns. He's 10-2 going up against the Giants. He's a solid play as long as he's able to get past Brandon Belt and Jock Peterson. Those are the two that have given him some trouble. He pitched 7 innings and 6 innings and 2 starts against San Francisco last year, only allowed 1 run in each game. And so I think Burns is that third option. So all 3 of those guys, I feel comfortable with any of them. Which one do you lean towards, Coach?
I like them. And what I'm going to do, and this is a perfect segue because, we are now offering at Coach Talk our own projections for ownership. Not, we're building them in-house. There are projections, and we feel that's going to give us a big edge. And the reason I brought it up now is because that's going to be the key here.
Right.
These guys are going to be a bit chalky, but where is that heavy chalk going to go to? I'm assuming it's going to be Scherzer, and that's why I'm leaning a little to Bieber right now.
Yeah.
Just because of that, we'll have to see how it looks. But from a leverage standpoint, I think their outcomes are pretty similar. So, we'll be watching for those ownership projections. But right now, of those 3, I'm leaning Bieber. So we'll see how it's owned.
And then on FanDuel, you only have the 2. You just have Scherzer and Bieber. So it's a little bit easier to keep over there. My value pitcher is going to be Jose Berrios. He's 7,800 on FanDuel, but he's 5,500 on DraftKings.
Wow.
Ridiculous. He faced Boston 5 days ago. He had his best start of the year, 6 innings, only allowed 1 run and struck out 6. So at 5,500, I mean, you've got bats that are more expensive than that. So
it's a plug and play. It's a misprice. And that's what we look for here. And that's why we supply, and provide for all the, for DraftKings, FanDuel, and Yahoo, because you're going to get some of these misprices that are $2,000-$3,000 off. And you got to take advantage of them while you can get them. There's no doubt. I mean, it's a free square there at that price, in my opinion.
Yeah, he had that one start against your Rangers, like we talked about that day when he was facing them, and how that was going to be a tough lineup. And he got like negative 11 points, and I think that's what's really affected his price. So,
well, the other thing is it's one of those chalk blocker things. At 5,500, everybody's going to look at him. He's going to be massively owned. Yeah. So let's say he does have a subpar performance. It's not going to murder you because you're going to have the majority of everybody else doing the same thing. So, that's why I hate when there's a real big misprice like this, because it almost like just lessens your lineups for everybody by 1, because almost everybody's going to play him. If he does good, it doesn't help you as much. If he does bad, it doesn't hurt you as much. So it is what it is, but we got to do it.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you can pay up for a bat and he can get you a 0. So, I mean, it's really not any different.
Absolutely.
My fade pitcher, and I don't know what his ownership is going to be, but he's 9,800 on FanDuel. He's 7,200 on DK. It's Merrill Kelly. He's, almost 3K more on FanDuel than DraftKings, so I don't know what's up with that. But I'm definitely not going to go to him. Going up against the Dodgers, there's 6 Dodgers that have hit 300 plus against him. So,
yeah,
definitely not going to be going to Merrill Kelly.
think it's a good play. I have a fade pitcher for you. Is Miles Michaelis.
Michaelis, yeah.
Yeah, he's 1-0 with the 1.76 ERA, but I just don't like his stuff. He just nibbles around. He really doesn't have great stuff. He just finds a way to just hang in the league. But the Mets have some bats.
Yeah.
I think they can sting them with Nimmo, Marte, Alonso, McNeil. There's some guys in Lindor that can really hit them.
Yeah.
I just don't like him in this spot, and I think because he's pitched well out of the chute, he may get some ownership. So I'm going to be actually stacking a little Mets against him.
I like that. Yeah, he's probably Lindor. You mentioned Lindor. He's probably one of the leading MVP candidates. I mean, it's a very young season, but the way he's played, I mean, he's been lights out. So
he has. I've been thinking about doing my hair like him, but
yeah. Yeah, me too. My prize picks play, that's where we're at now. My prize picks play is going to be Brandon Belt over 4.5 fantasy score.
Okay.
Scored 14, 34, and 16 fantasy points in his 3 games against Milwaukee last year. Hit a home run against Corbin Burns in Milwaukee. He's 500 against him, 4 hits and 8 at-bats with 2 singles, a double, and a home run. So all we need is like a double or a run scored and a single. It's pretty easy to get over 4.5 as long as he does anything at all. So
I love that play for sure. So just one prize picks play for the peoples.
The other prize picks play, I don't know what happened to it. I had another one here, but it was Shane Bieber over 6 strikeouts. As I mentioned, Angels have struck out the second most this year. And he had a game against the White Sox last game where he struck out 7, and the White Sox have struck out the 3rd fewest. So I think that he'll definitely be able to get over that 6 strikeout, especially since his pitch count is going to be up. It was a little bit down limited earlier in the year. So
I like it. I'm gonna throw 3 of them out there if it's okay, Crash.
Okay, go for it.
I just, we're being free and open this week. Everybody's hopefully diving into Discord. So you get them now, you get them later. It's the same thing, right? So don't have to save stuff, really for the members. Now our members, and the great thing about prize picks, it's not like, we can have 150 members have to split, taking something down. Against prize picks. You play them, you win, which you're going to win. So we can all win together. Hopefully that's the goal.
Right. Yeah.
But the aforementioned Miles Michaelis, I'm going under 22.5 points, DFS points here. I think that I think the Mets get to him, and I've got him projected only at 19, which is a pretty comfortable 3.5 points. So I feel good about that. And I think he could get blown up and go for 10, to be honest with you. Hitting wise, I've got 2 plays for you, Crash. Alex Bregman over 1.5 hits and walks. He's got a good eye. He's hitting the ball well. I can see 1 or 2 hits, grab a walk in there. They may pitch around him a bit, but he's going to not usually fish. He'll take the walk. So I like that over 1.5 against the Rangers for Bregman. And then again, in that same game, I'm going with Starling Marte. A lot of people want to go righties, lefties, whatever. I think Marte is just a solid play here. He's hit him before. I think he hits him again. Projected fantasy score 5.5. Like you said, just drill one off the wall, drive a couple runs in, and we'll get you there pretty quick. So I am a Starling Marte over 5.5 projected fantasy score.
I like it. My BVP play for today is going to be Cody Bellinger. He's 3,300 on FanDuel, 3,200 on DK. He's really started to turn it up lately. He's 357 against Kelly with 5 hits and 14 at-bats, including 2 home runs. And he seems to really play well in Arizona, too, I've noticed over the years. So I do like Cody Bellinger here as my BVP play.
Has he moved up in the order? I know he was 7th there for a while. They keeping him down in the order, or is he starting to move up?
I think he batted 6th yesterday. So he's still kind of towards the bottom of the order. So
well, the nice thing is, when people see that 6th, 7th, whatever it is, it does keep that ownership down a little bit.
Yeah.
People are really try to dive on those top 4 hitters to get that extra at bat possibly. But yeah, he's waking up. I think he's such too great of a player to not. I know it's been an extended slump, but it seems like he's starting to get the better of it. And you can't pitch around everybody from the Dodgers. Eventually, you got to pitch to somebody,
right?
And he's getting some of those spots where with men on base. So I like that pick a lot.
Yeah. I mean, you've got Mookie Betts and Trey Turner and Freddie Freeman and all those guys. Like it's ridiculous.
Small payroll there.
Yeah. My GPP stack is going to be your Texas Rangers. Corey Seager has really good numbers as a lefty against Framber Valdez.
Yeah.
And the righties, Garcia, Solak, and Simeon have had some good numbers against Valdez, who's really struggled his last 2 starts. So I like the Rangers here as a GPP stack. They may get a little bit more ownership than normal because of your high-priced pitchers, and they're one of the cheaper bats on the slate.
Right.
But I still like the Rangers. Who are your stacks, Coach? Sorry.
I mean, I don't want to just be like, oh yeah, Coach, man, hot take. The Dodgers, big deal. The regulars. I think the Dodgers are a great stack. It is what it is. But I do like that game. I'm with you. I like both sides of that Houston to Texas game. I don't like either pitcher. Dunning's not good.
Right.
And I don't think Valdez, I watched him pitch a little bit in the last game. He just doesn't look right. I don't know if it's his mechanics or if he's hurt. He just doesn't seem to have that same movement on some of his pitches. So I like both sides of this. And I think you can get some cheap bats in there too if you stack this game. Not as much on the Houston side, but more on the Texas side.
Yeah. Brantley and Gurriel, though, they're 2 good priced bats for Houston, so you can keep an eye on those 2.
Brantley's always cheap. He's been every year, and he just stings singles and then hits some line drive homers. I don't get it.
My home run call is going to be Will Smith from the Dodgers. He's
because he slapped Chris Rock across the face.
No, he's 545 is what he's hit against Merrill Kelly with 6 hits and 11 at bats, including home run. Will Smith is really better against righties than lefties, so I like him in this matchup, and I think that he's going to hit a home run tonight.
And just to pound home this joke, I mean, he's batting 1,000, 1 for 1 with strikes to Chris Rock's face. So you got to go. Anybody that's batting 1,000, Will Smith, you got to go for it. So
got to go for it.
Get that pitch out your blanking mouth. Anyway, I think that's a good play. I like it. I really do. Bregman is my home run call. I like Bregman going deep. I think he's, I think he can go deep and walk here. I think he's multiple on base. That's my guy.
I like it. I like Bregman as well tonight. So
excellent. Is that everything?
That is everything.
Man, we blasted through this. That is fantastic. Outstanding. Well, a couple of things real quickly. If you want to join us, this is the time. Just go to Twitter after 11 today, which is going to be coming up soon. There's a link there. You can jump in for free, 5 days. Check out DFS Coach Talk, all of our baseball, basketball, and golf this week. We would love to have you join us and check it out. In there, you'll have all of your prize picks, DFS plays. We'll have locks for basketball and baseball with all of our selections in there for both DFS and prize picks. Definitely want to thank our presenting sponsor, Prize Picks, prizepicks.com. Promo code Coach Talk, you get up to $100 free with your deposit, dollar for dollar, up to that $100. That is it, my friends. If you're watching on YouTube, this is your chance. Before you click the button, quick thumbs up and subscribe. Both Crash and I will be checking out the premieres of this, especially me. I'll be moving back and forth. We'll be answering questions, doing whatever's needed there if you're checking them out as a premiere. And then just come jump in with us. We'll be in there when we're posting to answer questions and do all of that. So very excited about the day, Crash, and on some new folks we'll get to talk with. So that'll be great.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome. I'm looking forward to it.
Me too. All right. Thank you so much for joining in. We appreciate it. Have a fantastic Monday, And we'll certainly catch you over in Discord. And we'll talk with you again tomorrow when we look to crush it in MLB, DFS, and Prize Picks.